Okay, hello everybody. My name's Jameson Chase Young, and this is Coins and History. And today we're going over one of people's favorites, the American Silver Eagle, the 2015 American Silver Eagle. Of them, I have about half a dozen of them. I got the flashlight shining back and forth over them because it makes that shine on them, makes them look really good. Yeah, the American Silver Eagle it's considered one of the most popular coins in the entire world, and it was created. It's 1 troy ounce of silver, 3/9 fine. It was created because of the Liberty Coin Act in 1985, and this particular one, the 2015, they minted over 47 million of them. This is the 30th issue of the American Silver Eagle bullion coin, and sales went up 7% that year. The San Francisco Mint did not produce any of these coins this year, so it is a very common year. And I'll read over some of the stats from you. Obviously, the front side is Adolph A. Weinman from his Walking Liberty half dollars. He's the one who designed the front. The design on the back was John McCanty. The coin has a diameter of 40.6 millimeters, a thickness of 2.98 millimeters, a weight of 31.10 grams. It was struck in the Philadelphia Mint. This is the old kind. In 2021, they replaced the back. From 1986 to 2021, they had this John McCanty's version on the back. Composition is silver. Its fineness is 3/9 fine, to be exact, 0.9993. And a lot of people love these. Their premiums go up and down. Currently in 2025, they're actually pretty good. I think on average you pay the silver price plus about $4 or $5 depending on which coin shop you go to. That's pretty high, but I know at one time they were like $10, $15, and I think that's what kind of drove the premiums down. But now they're back to a little bit more reasonable. Lots of times I try to keep my hands off of them because I have a horrible time, not touching my silver, and they're very pretty. So yeah, I just have to put them in their little capsules and just leave them alone. But for this particular video, I am putting them out there, and then I'm going to make sure I wipe them down. And when this coin was being made in 2015 is the European Migrant Crisis. I'm not sure if y'all remember, but yeah, about 10 years ago, all the migrants from all over the Middle East and Northern Africa were just pouring into Europe. Yeah, and the problem was some of them were refugees, a lot of them were just economic migrants, they called them. And they were mostly from the Middle East and some from North Africa. An estimated 1.3 million people came to the continent to request asylum. That's the most in a single year since World War II. They were called the Syrian refugees, but so many of them were not just from Syria. They were from all over places, including Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Nigeria, the Balkans. The increase in asylum seekers has been attributed to factors such as escalation of wars throughout the Middle East. ISIS was taking over places right and left at that time, as well as countries like Lebanon and Jordan and Egypt. A lot of their neighboring countries, they won't let them in. So they were instead going up to Europe. The EU attempted to enact some measures to address the problem, including distributing refugees amongst the member countries, tackling root causes of immigration in the home countries of migrants, simplifying deportation processes. However, due to a lack of political coordination at the European level, distribution of countries was unequal. With some countries, they took in a bunch of them, and some countries didn't. And this translated into humanitarian emergencies due to poor quality of infrastructure used to manage migration flows. The initial response of the national government varied greatly. Many European Union governments reacted by closing their borders. Some countries refused to take them, and some countries like Germany ultimately just had a straight open borders policy and let them pour in. That was Angela Merkel who decided to do that. The crisis had significant political consequences in Europe. The influx of all these migrants caused, significant demographic changes, cultural changes. As a consequence, some politicians raised concern about the challenges of integrating so many migrants, because if you just have a few migrants you put in, they'll integrate into your culture, but when you flood that many in, sometimes it will just change the culture totally. And they guesstimate around 4,000 of them died trying to come to Europe, but I think the actual numbers are pretty unknown. Like 75% of these asylum seekers from these wars were young military age males. Around half the asylum seekers were made up by young adults 18 to 34, and there was 96,000 refugees were unaccompanied minors. Around three-quarters of them applying were men. And the aftermath following the European Union, the measures to prevent asylum seekers from reaching its borders, eventually they had to like cut back on the borders, and they got monthly arrivals to drop to around 10,000 in the spring of 16. Arrival numbers fell in each of the following years, dropping to 95,000 by 2020. But anyway, that is what was going on in 2015 when this American Silver Eagle came out. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Jameson Chase Young. This is Coins and History. Please like this video and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.